What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and my boy Grace chilling with me.
Ayo.
So today we're gonna start a new series. I don't even know why I say new series. I don't really have series, but I guess I kind of do. But the series today is gonna be on player spotlight. So essentially, um, I've reached out to some players, and other people have told some players about what I was doing, and they reached out to me as well. Um, and I mean, look at this. We got Agaliath here, 142 million power, 91 million merits, right? And I know off the rip, a lot of you guys are probably like, oh, he was probably just farming a bunch of farms. Right? Because that's always something that people talk about that's happening in the community, and I know that it is. I don't know if Agaliath did it specifically. I kind of talked around to some of the players in their merger, and they gave good word that nah, that those players are always out in the field doing their thing, right? Whether a few people conspiracize to bring lines, I don't know, but um, we're taking it for face value for what it is. Um, so like one of the main things that I want to cover with this is for everyone to see what are other players doing that are getting like some crazy good merits. Like what kind of marches are they running? What are the talent trees that they're running, right? Because everyone has different styles. And one of the things that Goliath was telling me was that his style was kind of like an ambushing style. So when people were destroying towers, he'd like TP in and just murder them all, right? Which an account of this power, I can see him racking up some very quick merits like that. So
For sure.
absolutely. I mean, we've all been there, guys. You're sitting there bored, right? You guys are winning, and then out of nowhere, a freaking whale just comes in and destroys all your tanks. You're like sick, bro.
Mhm.
um. Oh, so he goes by AGA. Okay, it goes by AGA. Thanks for the vids. All right, showing love to your boy. I appreciate that. Okay, so Aga says, my marches vary on situation. Usually always have to run a tank being leader on the field. This is the most used setup. Often switch up tanks with Garwood Maddie, with the dragon armor, venomous lizard. So this is his 5 bomb, guys. He has a Lily of Valen, right? Bert Tohar, Frhagar Sindrion, Kanara, Nico, and then Skogul Gorish, right? That is a freaking crazy combo. Um, I know for a lot of you guys, you're like, "Oh, what a surprise! The top five." Because I mean, I read all my comments, guys. I read all my comments. I do my best to reply to all of them. And I know there is some people that are just like, "Well, it's obvious that it's this or that, right?" But there's always like a little mix that people do, right? For example, he's running Frhagar in Syndrome, which is something that I like to do because I just love Frhagar's speed, man. Obviously, the precision tree does give you that better DPS. However, I feel like I have more survivability having Frhagar primary, especially taking advantage of the preemptive skill, which I'll show you guys which one I'm talking about there. Actually, let me just go to it real quick before I forget. So if you guys go to Frhagar here, I use this right here, preemptive preparations. When your legion enters battle, their attack is increased by 10%. This bonus is reduced every second. So it's like, but if you think about the way that the fights are, you're constantly coming in and out of battle, so more than likely for a lot of portion of the fights that you'll have that 10% initially, right? Um, we also got our guy Alibaba here. I'll show you guys his build, but first we're gonna cover what we talked about with Aga here. And you guys also saw, yeah, the talent trees right there, and that's what a lot of you guys want right there. So we got, he put Kanara and Nico first, right? Normally people are doing Nico, Kanara because of Nico's precision tree, but once again, right, I'm with him on the Kanara primary because of the mobility. Now, if we're in a situation where they are in our freaking face and I don't really care about mobility, I'm just gonna stand there and fight anyways, then yeah, I would switch it up. I'll have that Syndrome primary and I'll have that Nico primary. Um, So that's his 5 bomb here. You can see he has Inferno Flame for Lilia, the good old Mirage Orb for Bert, Gold Crest for Frhagar, right? The Spear for Kanara and Spirit Bone Torque. He's using the um, you see the Bruin Bear here. All right. He said everything is maxed except his level 4 Dragon Scale. Oh damn. I also run a
Right. Having
5
that level
Cav
4 is
March.
still good.
What's up, bro?
Having that level 4 is still good.
Yeah, I mean that's that's a lot of buffs right there. So he said he also runs a 5 Cav March setup, right? So you guys see me talking about this even with my account, for example, I have like a little like mini hybrid, right? Because I have a lot of celestials, so when I get bored and people are just running away or poking or whatever, then I'll switch to Spring Wardens, right? And run something similar to this. This is interesting, right? He has his Bakshi Nika, Emeristea, Ferrando Craig, Theodore Pan. Okay, okay, okay. Right, so he has those 5 marches. So then I asked him if he can please share his talent trees. I'll give you guys some time to make sure if those of you guys that are interested to try out his builds, you can see it here. You can see for his Skogel build, he's focused a lot on speed and counterattack. Seems to be the combination here, right? Speed and counterattack. Moving on over here. Okay, with Frhagar, he went full, if everything really into the marksman tree. Interesting, interesting. Look at that. Granted, guys, one of the things that I want to accomplish with this series is be able to bring like a bunch of people's perspectives, right? And why they run certain things or whatever, right? Because what work, when it comes to talent trees, they're very flexible, right? So you can manipulate them a lot. Right. I mean, he has the merits to prove it. I mean, granted, he also has a lot of power, right? So, if you guys know some T4 players with some crazy numbers, let me know too, guys. Right? We'd love to cover those guys as well. Um, so, yeah, you can see here, this right here gives you that 15% march speed. Okay, okay, interesting, interesting. And then for Kanara, same build for his Kanara, really, roughly. There's a few differences, but similar, right? The extra 2, he went for the March speed there. Okay. And then move over to Bert. Oh shit, he went Team Magic Tree. Guys, we have tested Magic versus skill in a 1v1 and the Magic did better. Did it not, Gray?
It did.
It did
Saint
better.
stays on skill tree being better, but Magic Tree is proven to be better.
So, I've seen it in a 1v1. So this season, I'm gonna be running the Magic Tree, and I'll be able to come back to you guys and be able to confidently say, like, yeah. I mean, I've seen it do it good in a 1v1s, but as we know, 1v1s aren't everything, right? The field is different. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we find out with that. So, yep, that covers his Bert. And then over here with Lilia, he went full skill, right? I still gotta drop my Burt video of my build because I haven't dropped one. I mean, I guess I did a lot of videos of testing and stuff, but this is his Lilia build here, guys. Um, so dun 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 dun. Oh, he plays. He said he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't play zoomed out. He's on PC with a 65-inch monitor.
Holy, bro, that's a whole
Oh
TV. What a
my God,
monster.
bro, my man Aga, like wants to experience the battlefield IRL, bro. He's sitting there, he's like looking back and forward like this.
Bro, how is he gonna be saying, "Oh, it's a 60-inch monitor"? That's a TV at that point.
Dude, my man's playing at NASA, bro.
Holy.
I'll say overall merits of each march are very similar. I've hit a lot of destroyers on the towers this season, so it's much easier to see when you are being targeted. Big
Fair enough.
fights, he says he averages 25 to 35k. He always gets targeted first. Full destroyers on tower with only defenders was pulling 100 to 150k each. Guys, I mean, majority of the time when you're dealing with destroyers, you're kind of like on the losing end, right? And at that point, a lot of players are like, "Oh, the season's over. I'm not gonna be going over to destroy that tower. Screw that. I'm just gonna farm mana, right?" And that is the time, and Aga, being a prime example of this, taking advantage. I'm not sure if they were losing or whatnot, but I mean, they're destroying their tower, right? So, obviously shows that they didn't have control of their field. But he took full advantage and popped in, got 100 to 150k each, killing destroyers, bro. That is crazy. 30% of my overall glory points were fighting solo this season. Damn. I never let the opposing team have a free tower on us if I could help it. Especially spent over 150k gems on TPs this season.
Only by the
Well,
way.
bro, well problems. My boy Gray right now is counting beans and stuff to buy his treaties, and this guy's over here 150k gems on TPs.
Those 150k would have gotten me T5 for real.
That's wild, bro. I never had so much hate mail in the season for simply defending my territory. I guess some think it's over, but when you're being pushed out of final zone, absolutely. I mean, we kind of covered that in our one of our recent videos about just like having mental fortitude in fights and not giving up and just going. Because you're always going to have situations where that initial impact or the initial fights, like, the opposing team might be stronger, but what if you're facing an alliance that they're just going to keep coming back every time? Like, they're not going to give you time. They're going to attack at different times, right? They're going to attack it at different time. You know what I mean? Just keep you guessing, keeping that constant pressure. So, all right, he moves on to say he switched over from League of Order with all these archers now this season talent. I'll probably stay Wilderberg for next season as well. Sheesh. You can see here
Same.
91 million merits. He absolutely smoked everyone else, but everyone else, I mean, they had some pretty solid, respectable merits. We got BNR, right? He said he is around, oh, damn. He's around 203 million power, just never fully healed this season. Yay. That's crazy. So big shout out to Aga, bro. I appreciate you responding to the messages and sharing your talent trees with us and kind of going through with what was going on with your season over there. And I mean, look at this, guys. Units killed to units healed ratio. 911 million units killed to 271 units healed. That is crazy. So for a lot of like big fighters, at least people who, are kind of, you can say, like kill hoarders, we look a lot at units killed to units healed ratio, man. It's a lot. It means a lot, bro. It means a lot. Especially when it's you guys see those accounts, right? They'll be like 100 plus, 90 mil, or even T5, and not even positive. I don't know what they're doing, bro. Honestly, honestly, bro. They need to hit me up on Discord, and we need to go over their strategy, because that is definitely not working out. So we're moving over here to our guy Alibaba. Um, he said I messaged him a while back. He's like, I just saw this. LOL. Last season mainly. So this is what Alibaba was running. For those of you guys that don't know Alibaba, he uh well oh damn, nice. Damn, he wrote out a nice little paragraph for us. So okay, hold on. I asked Aga, um if he had to give one tip to be a top fighter, what would it be? Right? Advice for top fighter. It's important to recognize this is a team game, so the more you can fight in a group as one, the better the odds you have of beating your opponents. When targeted in a line, don't stand still to be a punching bag. Being a good fighter for your team means playing conservative. If you must fight solo, always attack enemies that are spread out 1v1. 10 plus marches versus 5 is rarely successful, even for the strongest players. You aren't Incredible Hulk, play smart. Hey, dude, that was well put, bro. I like that. I like that. I like that. That was smooth right there. It's almost like he had it ready. I just asked him this 10-17, and then boom, he just dropped that in there. So, big shout out to Aga. That's huge. Um, so now we're gonna cover over here for Alibaba. 100 million merits, guys. This guy was a freaking menace, dude. Gray loved seeing Alibaba in the field.
Bro. I got melted by that dude. For like 2 seconds, he targeted my mage, and I went instant yellow bar.
All right, so he was running Lilia Valen with Inferno Flame, Sapphire Fade Drake, Nico Kanara with the Rattle Spear and the Snow Peak Rock. He also has Gorish Skogul with Spirit Bone Torque and the Bruin Bear. And he had a Burt Tohar, Mirage Orb, Sapphire Fade Drake, and then, of course, the man himself, Mr. Sindrion and Fragar with the Gold Crest and Night Rock. So, I mean, for the most part, most of us know like these are like the meta marches, bro. Like like I mean, they literally had the exact same five marches, right? They just kind of had he had a Fragar flipped around and Kanara flipped around. And bro, let me tell you, man, getting hit by Alibaba was crazy. But one of the things that he was saying, if he didn't have to run tanks, that he would just run Guan and Hosk or Thea and Craig.
I
He,
did see those a lot on the field from him.
mm-hmm. Guan and Hosk, interesting. Interesting. He said he has 10 marches of DPS due to stamina problems. So that's how much this guy was fighting, guys. For those of you guys that were in ST1 or whatever, or are in ST1, you're seeing with the new season talents that give you that additional like stamina boost. Dude, I was never the closest I got to running out of stamina. I was at like 60 out of 150 or something like that. It was like very, it wasn't that much. So and then he also goes on to say the main marches are going to change with new archers. They look promising, right? So big shout out to those two behemoth of players, bro. Those are top tier caliber players right there, guys. If you have players like that in your alliance, bro, damn. And and not even up to that extreme, right? So even players that, um just based off like the average of what's really going on, right? Cuz I mean, for me, I don't shoot for average, right? I shoot to be great. So, you know, like I said, there's levels to this. There's levels to this, right? Some people just play this game on their 30-minute lunch break. Nah, bro, like we lose sleep over this damn game, and money. I'm not rich by any means, and I spend a lot of money on this damn game. For me, it's a hobby of mine, and everyone has different hobbies that they do. So now, what is this? How does this help the majority of players, right? Because majority of players aren't Alibaba, they're not AGA, and have that amount of power and commanders and artifacts. Now, what do I take from this, and what do I think that a lot of the you guys should take from this that can't run a five bomb or have something similar? Look at these marches that they're running, right? Look at the marches that they're running. Now, I feel for the Nico Kanara, there's an alternate you can put Hosk in there with Kanara, right? That kind of yes, Hosk does cost money, but when you keep take in mind like how long it takes to awaken other heroes, it kind of helps you. Boom, you got Hosk done. You don't have to work on Nico. Now you can work on Bert, right? So it kind of just helps you get that leg up, right? Especially for those of you guys just starting the game or in season one, you're able to see this like, okay, okay, this is season two. These are both season two season. Okay, so season one, I need to focus Lilia Valen and then Nico Kanara, those four, and then kind of save up any legendaries I have, right? Uh, Tanks, I really only recommend for like big players, right? Don't even waste your time with tanks, right? As the time comes goes on and your account gets bigger and you actually have a lot of tanks and they're T5, right? Then start looking into investing into your tanks because if you invest into tanks too early, okay, this ideology goes for everything, right? If you're main mage, right, and majority of your stuff is going to your troop counts, artifacts, commanders, that's where most of your money's going to. Don't worry about the other marches if your budget can't afford it, right? You have to really be realistic with your budget in these kind of games because what's the point of having the goal of having 5 good marches. You guys hear me say this all the time, right? But I'm gonna say it again. 5 good marches, if you can't even support them out in the field for more than a wave or two, right? So now you just invested to awaken multiple commanders and have good artifacts, can't even support them in the field. Oh, but guess what? Here comes Magritte and Zeta, right? Gonna outshine. I mean, at least I wouldn't really go as far as saying outshining, but as of right now, they are looking like they're being very promising to do better than Sindri and Frhagar. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Right now, that's kind of the initial steps, right? So backtracking to what I was saying, make sure you're doing your investments smart, right? So if a season you're only awakening 2 heroes, like okay, so season one, I'm main mage, so okay, Lily Valen, bang. I'm main archer, Kanara, Nico, bang, right? Moving on to the next one, bang, right? So it's like the way that the game's set up, you can move your investments around and invest into these commanders properly. Don't invest too early until you can support it in the field. What do I think is a respectable number for the field? I would say at this point 600,000 plus. Gray, what do you think? I think 600,000 plus is pretty solid.
That's a solid number. I'm not gonna lie. You get any higher than that, you're good.
Yeah, because some people have like 400,000 or 500,000. Like I said, run one wave, there goes. Was it at that point like was it worth even awakening? Um, your Bert Tohar or your Sinjar Frhagar, right? You can't even run multiple marches, like more than what you can. So that's kind of the way that I look at it. Um, we're gonna continue to do videos like this, guys. So please feel free to reach out to me. Um, I can't promise to get to everyone's, right? Um, maybe we can do some voice calls. It depends, right? We could do voice calls, maybe interviews. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We're just trying to figure out different ways. So one of the other little notes I have here is this is a project essentially that I'm kind of starting to help each other out like as a community, right? Because I can sit here and tell you like, "Hey, this is what I believe," or these are the marches that I'm running or I see people running, whatever. That's just one perspective, right? But when you get the whole community coming together as a whole and like essentially messaging me to kind of put the word out there into the community, then that's how we're all going to continue to improve in the game. There is some people, right, that are like, nah, screw that. I'm not going to share my talent trees. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. Talent trees are not going to make a difference winning a war. you know? I don't know. Some of you guys may argue it will, right? but, it is what it is. I hope that, you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys like this or if you guys see other players. And guys, they don't have to have top merits to be on this spotlight videos, right? We might do 2, 3 players next time. We'll see. But like I said, they don't have to be like Alibaba's, right? 100 million merits or AGA 91 million merits, right? They don't have to be that level of caliber. As long as you guys think that they're a good player, they're smart players, right? Just how Aga said right here, like this is huge right here. That advice for top fighters, that is a really good one, man. Biggest thing, play smart, respect your troops. Like respect your troops, show up. Very simple stuff. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you liked the video. Make sure you share with your buddies. Like, yo, nah, yeah, people need to be listening to this in terms of like, suggestions of how to be a top fighter. 'Cause that's what we are around here. We're fighters, If you're a farmer, this isn't the channel for you. You feel me? Like we fight around here.
No farmer.
Hey, much love to my farmers though, right? But, I don't do farming videos. Next week I release a farming video.
But we top man the gathering god, right?
The gathering god. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. It's your boy Guns and Gray himself, aka Mr. Drunky. God
Hey, yo,
Drunky HQ. We are out,
you
guys.
remember two this time.
Later.